I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA Review. Today is April 21st, Monday, 2025. Hope you had a good day, a good weekend here. So as we talked about Friday, I want to see the price just drop, come for that liquidity. We didn't really get the bounce up after that, but we did get a little bounce in here. And pretty kosher understanding that we want to hump that liquidity. You see that? We've got it highlighted here on the 1 hour, one there, one there, one there, those lows. We obviously have the previous week, which would be Wednesday's low. And then we have also Thursday's low. I think I made a mistake on the video. We didn't have a Friday, obviously. So I was in the video and I mentioned about Friday coming down too, or maybe possibly popping up. So we have two options here. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's either going up or going down. And I gave an example of it shooting up. But what did we do? We gapped down, just like this scenario here. So what are we doing with that? Well, we understand that we got bearish flow. So called the double top earlier in the weeks, but sure enough, we went straight to what? That liquidity. So beautiful, man. I mean, I can't do any better than that by telling you the day before. So let's keep this simple, I guess. It's a little sloppy because there's just so much to fit on the chart. Hopefully you can see this. Let me come over here and show you where the magic was of the day. And then I'm going to show you somebody mentioned me like, well, you trade with a bigger account. What do we do with smaller accounts? I mean, I'm doing, it's the same thing. The skill set is a skill set. And I'm going to start it by showing you, obviously we had that bearish daily imbalance. You see that right here. See that 50%. See, we respected that on Thursday, right? And then, did we just gap down? The dark purple or whatever, this is what's left inside that gap. The actual day gap is the purple size. Right here is what's left in that gap. So I always reference that when we're coming up, it's probably what they're drawing to. And in this case, we were so heavy that we didn't even come up to it. I wasn't worried about that. Why? Because I got flow. Lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, so don't make this difficult. So that with that pretense, I got the three, well, you can't see on the 4 hour, but the 1 hour is there. We also have that projected here. That was already projected from Thursday. I made the video. We bounced into the 1 and 1.5. We came to the 2 to 2.5, which is where we were for the AM session. And then you had 3.5 to 4. And then we also have the Asia range that we're not Asia, but it's pretty much the projections between the high and low between 8 and 12. So you could do just a quick understanding. You could do the 6 p.m. to 6 p.m. to midnight, which is that whole range. You could do 8 p.m. to midnight as well, and we're just using this midnight, 8 p.m. to midnight, and then the standard deviations, one's up here, one's down here. So just kind of giving you an understanding besides projections here, but not that it was that really important, but the key thing, the key thing is the understanding dropping for that liquidity, and then we're looking for that push back up. And we might be seeing that now. We don't know. But that was the understanding there. So let's go back into this real quick. I want to make this quick. You had, I'm going to go straight to it. I'm going to show one contract. Okay. So someone's saying, oh, I don't have that big of an account. Okay. Well, you can do micros. Obviously, this is NQM. And then you could do MNQ, right? And then every one contract is 10 minis. 10 micros in that chart. Obviously, I trade the E-mini, but just showing you just one contract in the E-mini and to see the damage you could do with this. Risking hundreds of dollars. When I mean hundreds, I mean like 100, 200, not much. But the understanding here is that we're using this on a 5-minute. You can see it pretty clear also, but highlighting this high and low, and then we're coming above and breaking through it. It's just a breakout level. It's just a resistance block. And then or on this chart, you can see on the 15-minute right there. See on the 15-minute, that last up candle, I got it highlighted, quadded here, quadded. It didn't have to have a quad, but the reason why I have that is to show you that you can see that we're coming. We made these lows here in this liquidity, and the framing of the day is what? Well, besides what I've already got done telling you, we have these lows here, right? And this first green line is that first low. Okay, I didn't even let me go to the chart. I didn't even measure, I didn't even mark that the Wednesday's low because we had already tagged it. But with that low right there, this is talking about April 10th, Thursday, obviously. You see how we're hovering above it. And what they do is they came up, they induced selling here, which is at 50%. Look how it's hitting at 50%. Okay, cool. And then they come down. 8:30 is that fake move first, and then it comes down and then starts to pop up. Pretend wicks, pretend like it's heavy, and then 9:30 opens. You generally want to wait, obviously, for 9:30 on a Monday, generally speaking. And then what does we do? We open up and we shoot for that 50%, and you can see the blue line. That's that 15-minute last up candle. We go to 5 minutes so you can see it. Obviously, I can't screenshot every damn thing here, but you can see, look at the 5 minute, these last 3 up candles, right? So look at how we tag. I mean, dude, we tag it perfectly. Let me move it so you can see it. See that? That's the same level. So now going back to the 1 minute, how am I attacking this is because we get the 3 drives. Now the 30-second was a little bit cleaner for these 3 drives, but 9:30 pushes up with the first candle, it wicks, closes. 9:31 shoots up, comes down. That's another high. I mean, that's another drive. And especially when it's early in the day, and there's a lot to do, you're on an overbought. When it's wicking, it's generally that's reversal, but you'll see that 50%. I forgot to add that on the 5 minute. And then the last drive is that last candle. Boom, shoots up and tags algorithmically that level. But bodies are underneath that 50%. We're not worried about the opening range gap. We're looking for lower pricing and to take out the lows. And then as soon as it wicks up and it's coming down, I get filled here. Yes, this still comes up. I have my stop loss up here. Literally like $140 risk. So this is to show, and for anyone who has like if I was to reflip an account, I would start with $20,000 or $25,000 preferably, and trade 1 contract on the E-mini, and then just approach it like this. And as you see, we tag it again and then we drop. So we get this first imbalance and it's completely empty. And that's actually what I want to see. I'm not expecting it to come back. I don't want it to come back. I want it to be heavy. So what do? We just shoot straight for that first green line. There's 3 lines right there, right? So the first green line is this right here. And then I'm measuring the swing here to here, the last high and then the low, and then it gets broken, measuring that, and you can see 1.5. Obviously, I'm looking for lower pricing. I'll get 2 to 2.5, and we get 3.5 to 4, which is what my target was besides the second green line. As you see, the last green line, I got a question mark. So does that happen today? And it obviously did, and more, but this is just being responsible. If this was a 4 contracts or $100,000 plus account, then this would have been right here a $12,000 trade. So this is like 150 points right here. So 18,157. You see me squeezing it out at 18,000. Obviously, big figure levels in the picture, and just gorgeous. So, and that would have been a 12K trade. So as you see, we pushed down, we tagged that first, and it was so fast that I was like, damn. I was a little worried about it at first, but I understood the bigger picture here, right? So this is a lower low. Let's just say this is a lower low, lower high. What do you get next? Lower low, right here. Where's the lower high? Right here. Now this sequence can go a couple ways. So it's sell. It's a sell by sell day. I'm looking at it, sell by sell, right? But 1, I'm catching pretty much more of one, but let's just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, understand this. So I have this inversion here with the gap highlighted. You can see that. We poke in, look at the body respecting. Not only do we make a new lower low and get into our 2 to 2.5, this was a minimum area, and this was kind of like my maximum. Obviously, this would have been my maximum, but I'm tired and it's Monday and I had a long weekend, and just is generally how it is. But also, I'm trading one contract, so I want to show you just the smoothness. By the way, the RSI is just like beautiful today. I mean, in the beginning, look at this peak here, selling down to here, get the higher low right there, get another sweep, pushes up right there, well, and here, but pushes up for the overbought right here. This is where I am obviously focusing on, and then coming right to another drop there. But as you see that we make another lower low and we come all the way back, and look at the wicks. Look how we keep tagging it. I can't make this up, right? But the point of this is that the weakness above that 50% is just key. Yes, it's sitting in a bearish. I could have highlighted that as well. But I'm doing this because I don't want it to go past here, right? And it's just gorgeous. Wicks, just no bodies, showing weakness, coming right to where? The next target. Now you can't see that on the 4 hour. On the 1 hour, obviously, it would be that low right there, right? So we're attacking April 10th, but there's a low right there too. So, and the purpose I'm doing that is because if we're going to take that low, we're going to take that low, right? So, beautiful fucking day and trade. And then over here, you could see, I have that projected too, but and that was it. I mean, I'm squeezing the rest. I made a mistake here. Okay, and this is why I'm not showing trades no more, and I'm doing this to prove that I got out, right? But I'm not doing this anymore, just so you know. But and I messed up because I was trying to hurry up and drag, because remember, the stop loss is here. I don't care. But when we get down here, I'm going to drag it out. But when we got here, I meant to put it a hair above the high of the candle, and I put it at the open. And then, because if I had done that, I would have dragged down more, and you'll see here. So this is now the understanding of sell by sell. This could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way down, 5, then 6, and then roll over for 7. Okay, that's actually what happened. So I'm taking this buy. I'm looking for a second trade. 1 and 2 is generally my gist. If I miss one of them, I'm going to get the next one or the third one. But I'm already in. So I'm not going to count this for a second. I'm not going to count this sell by sell. I'm not going to count these moves here. I'm just going to say 1. Okay. And then where's 2 for a pump? Now here's the thing. This is where I dropped the ball and put the damn stop loss right there. I was good, and then but the 30-second chart it closed as a big doji, and then it just hair sniped me. So if I would have to not have messed that up, I would have held it for there, and there, using the bearish candles, not the bullish. I might have got stopped out right there, but if not, I would have definitely got stopped out right here. See this last candle right here? Right there, see that? I would see it popped up. I would have been stopped out here, but that was an extra like 50 something points, and I was just like, oh, come on. But whatever, it doesn't matter because I don't need to be right. Why was I doing this? Why am I doing this and shoving it? Because I don't need to be right. I don't care. I'm taking this profit. Again, this is a $12,000 trade on four contracts. So one contract, 3 racks. There's people who don't make $3,000 in a whole month, as you know, right? And let alone making it in an hour and a half with one contract and risking only $140 or whatever the number was. It was small, but fire, man. I mean, and then telling you the week before, right, that I want to see it just drop and come in for this liquidity, dude. Couldn't have been beautifuler. Right, so let me go back to this. So move 1. Where's my move 2? You see oversold here now. This is patience here. Now we come and take that last low right? And I'm expecting some type of reaction. In general speaking, you can see 3 drives here with the candles, just like we did up here with the 1, 2, 3 right there. You see that? So look at this, same thing. 1, 2 is this bullish candle, the wick, and then 3. Look at this. Can't make that up. So you're going to say, well, what about these? I mean, you had drives here. Well, did we take out that bottom low? No. So look for that. And you got to be patient. And looking for a change of delivery, we get this wick push up right here. This one right here. This little candle. We wick above the candle of the down candle, and we come back in deep. On a 30-second, you go do the research. On a 30-second right here, you'll see an imbalance here. When this candle digged in, I tried to get in there, and then it took me out. I immediately got back in. Why? Well, I have a higher low here, and then we're still in this candle, and I expect to do what? Move number 2. So 1, 2. I intend to come up and wipe out some of this liquidity. Now, notice, I am not trying to get here or here, okay, for a lower high. And if you're measuring this to this, notice how I'm not doing that. Why? Because I don't give a fuck. It's, first of all, it's the week after the holiday. So you already know it's going to be a little bogus. Number 1. Number 2, I'm only trying to catch 2 trades and be content. So look where I get in. I snipe in right here. We come in, and then we come up. We come all the way back. How did I not get stopped out? Because I got my low. That's why I didn't want to move the stop loss, but I want to prove to you that I got out. Whatever happens here. I mean, in a perfect world, I'd love for it to shoot, but it's first of all, it's really weak. Number 1. Number 2, so let me not bounce around. But I have my stop loss there on that candle. Look how we came all the way back, tapped my entry, and then took off again. And then guess what? Came all the way back and did not take out that next low. Where's my next entry? Not entry. Where's my next stop loss? I moved it right there. This is me not being cheap on the stop. Even though it's cheap, I'm putting that low the stop right there. And then we come down, we tap, and then this candle starts pushing up. Then I put it there at that low. See that? Hopefully that's not confusing. See that? And it's just gone. Again, we took out that liquidity. So here's the projections here. Watch this. I can't be more fucking clear. I'm showing you where I want to go. Right? Like here, obviously I'm showing you where I want to go. We dipped in, but I was more confident in coming lower. And then that's why I put this here. And I screenshotted it in the previous because I want to get to this 3.5 to 4. We tagged in. We're fucking good, bro. And then we hit this first standard deviation here on that range right there, highlighted. So there's not a lot of shit here. Don't get lost with all this. This is just orange means it's purple. Means it's a previous week low. That's the previous day low, which would have been obviously Thursday. But okay, get back to this. So move 2. Where am I going? Okay, so I got 1 and 1.5. That's a minimum for me. I have the liquidity there. I have the 2 to 2.5, but notice how I don't highlight it above. And what do we have right there? See, I'm literally screenshotting it inside. This is a control of price, possibly, right, where we don't really pass it. But what's generally, go do the back testing, but it's rare that, sometimes it's rare, whatever, that we tag in this imbalance right here, and then we sink off. So what am I doing? I'm dragging the stop loss. This is a beautiful trade. In a 4 contracts, this would be about a $6,000 trade right here. So going to an overbought. Look how we're a little weak. We didn't hit the overbought, but I'm hoping for a rush. But guess what? I'm getting stopped out. Look what time it is. I want to show you this. It's 10:41. 10:41. Okay, so remember that. 10:41. Oh shit. What the hell? Look at this. This is how I make videos long. Just fire though, buddy. 10:41. What's that candle right there? That's that bearish candle. 10:41. So I'm screenshotting it as it's bullish. It ends up closing bearish. This next one, I'm obviously out. Oh, Wasn't that the high of the rest of the fucking move? I'm out though. And guess what? Am I trying to sell this? I could have, but I'm not. Why? Because I don't like that. I'm not selling that. I mean, I would like for it to have dipped in a little bit more up, right? Get to an overbought. Now we're weak. And that sure was a beautiful sell. But guess what? I don't care. I don't need to be right. I already took the 2 trades and took the profit. And I'm showing you with one contract. So we're talking about $4,000 in just those 2 moves, right? On a 1 contract day trading. So you do that every day, okay? $1,000 to $4,000. I mean, you're looking at $200,000 a year to $500,000 a year. That's 2 contracts to 3 contracts a day. Or 3,000 if you made it a day to $700,000 to damn near $1 million if you kept it basic like this. I'm not saying that you wouldn't compound later, but man, I mean I can't make that any better. And the reason why I'm doing this is because someone mentioned it, but I had it on 1 contract and I hit sell. I was like, oh no, I didn't have 4, and I'm like, you know what? Let me show an example. Let me prove that it's the skill that matters, not the account size, right? So anyways, look at that. Last candle. And then it fucking comes down. It's dirty. And then it comes down. Look at these lower highs here, right? Look at that. Getting you in if you want. Obviously, I'm not really pushing sell here, so I'm done for the day. But look at this. Then we break right there. Boom, break that low. And we retrace back. Look at that buy. Look at that sell right there. Sealing the imbalance. You're already up this up candle. But do I want to sell this? No. Right? This is sloppy. This can easily push up. But I'm not playing around. Oh, look what they're doing now. No, you don't fucking say. So anyways, all lower high. I'm not getting involved. Why? Because my targets have been met. Okay, the day is, for me, with this buy, which was pretty slick. I got away with it. But the day's done. I'm not looking for any objective. So let's take a look at the 4-hour real quick while I have it here. So I shown that in the example, we drop, we take the low, we take that liquidity. I wanted to see a push up, which we got. And let me show you. Let me move it. I'm going to move it and look at the 1 minute while I'm moving this. Look at the 1 minute. 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 I'm going to stop right there. Right there. What's the difference in the idea that I gave you? What's the difference? It just didn't go any higher, right? It came shorter, retrace, and that's the number 2 that I bought. That I bought. So look at this. Now let's zoom out just a little bit. Watch this. You can see this, right? It's not hard to see, right? So move 1, move 2. I got 1 and 2. Okay. Well, not all of 1. Okay. So 1, 2. So forget this. I'm not going to count this in this sequence. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why is this shallow? It's not a 50%. I can tell it's not a 50%. But, I mean, I wasn't trading. I wasn't looking at the chart. Very shy, wasn't it? You can tell us. See that? But look at this. Look at these candles. Look how dirty that is. Why would I want to be involved? I've already got the most, to me, the best, easiest trades. But we're popping up to do what? Wipe out some of the easy sellers here. And then that's so 1, 2, takes out that high. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, look at this. These equal lows, they didn't take them out. So I say 5, move up is 6. This low did not take out that low, so it has right to retrace back up to this high. It could take the high out, which in this case it did. All right. And then this can either keep going, right? So for the example here, if I move this 4-hour, it's lower. Okay, and now we're coming back up, right, to wherever they want to go. Test one of these lows here. Okay, so that same idea is there. There are variations. I figured to keep going because it took that high. If that was a lower high protected, we really wouldn't have wanted to see them take that out. But it doesn't. It's whatever, dude. Am I playing with these little ass candles all day? No, I got the majority of the moves, and again, this is because it's the day after the holiday, and so on, man. And then we came to the second standard deviation. We're sitting in the 50% of the next, so 2.5 standard deviation from that range I was mentioning. And man, just fucking beautiful, dude. I don't know what else I could say. So, no hindsight here. I'm definitely telling you, told you. Told you. What I want to say. What am I gonna say? Oh, let me go real quick to all this shit. Again, dollar dropping, so are we, but not really that helpful. So I still wasn't like tricked by the buy or anything like that, or in buying or anything. Look at these motherfuckers now; they're moving it now. So look at this. So that was an example. Again, I don't know exactly what they're gonna do, but it's the basic logic, and look how fire this buy was. But I don't want to buy that. I'm obviously done with the day, but I'm not trying to buy that with a double bottom like that. I would have rather it took it out and then maybe. But either way, you got higher lows. Though, we're not looking at divergences here or anything. It's not necessary. But as you can see, they're all higher lows. But the double bottom is also very obvious. And then let me move forward. So we have that drop here. Obviously, Dow came into that gap. We're trying to get. I was mentioning in this example that we're trying to get to that gap, right? As you see, that's our gap here. And Dow went to theirs. Let me go back to this here. Dow went to theirs, took out that liquidity. What is all this? Push out buyers, momentum, and guess what? We're bearish. From here, it's a different conversation, but again, we're bearish. That's a lower high, and I want to see the lower low. Very basic. We've been calling it since up here, and let's go forward here, and obviously they took out that low as well. Did not hit that gap. We're bouncing here, so things can get interesting here. And Mondays are good movers too, so but it's gonna get tricky. I'm gonna let you know right now. I mean, some of this was tricky, but this can get tricky. So let me just move forward and motherfuckers. 27 minutes. I want to be done soon. So okay. So again, got that drop. We came down. In this case, we came down in here. Oh, very close to the 1.5. Look at the range from there to there. I'm highlighting that top candle on the 4 hour, I think specifically, but 1 hour is also the same. You see that 1.5, we popped up. Now we came back down. We hit this 1.5 as well. Let me move this over. And then as you can see, what is this? Breakout, right? No, they did not come down here. But did they get most of this? So by the way, another reason why you might get a sinker. It's a sinker day. When you get a sinker day like this, where it's just very small ranges and it just keeps following down. Why should I should have held, and I should have took that sell after my second buy. Why? Because on the 4 hour, and in general, when we get down here, yes, I expect it to pop up just to wipe out some of the easy sellers, but what's the big reason of coming down to these lows? Besides taking them out, is to get into this fucking area here of imbalance and breakout areas. See that? This whole area? So that's another reason why that I had a strong feeling that obviously I missed the boat coming down more, but that I'm not playing with these people as far as to buy. I'm squeezing it out, but you expect it to be more of a range down day. Sinker day, because the objective is to get this imbalance. Okay, I'm very clear what I'm saying. All right, so I know I've said enough, and then you can see what's it called? NVIDIA. Some people think this is the bottom here, but again, we gapped down. See, here's the thing: we gapped down and we stayed down. The issue with this is let's go into the project ideas now. The thing is that they did some damage here, but we have that gap here. We also have it for Nasdaq as well, as you see in those purple. Let me go to 1 hour. The purple here, all right, and then that purple there. Now that's why we're probably getting this, and that's why I was mentioning a push back up. Ultimately, we do want to come lower into this 2 to 2.5 now, and Nasdaq didn't, but S&P did not, but Dow did. So that could be a divergence algorithmically. We don't know, where it pushes back up to clean up some of this, right? This is where, again, it can get tricky. So I don't really have much expectations, to be honest with you, from now, after accomplishing what we just did, and then now we just pushed up to squeeze sellers. So again, I'm looking for this same thing right now. I'm not even going to move this. I'm still looking for us to push up, roll over, and get back into here. That's if we're bearish. If, again, it could stop from here, or it can come a little higher, into one of these lows. Who knows? I don't fucking care either. But that's bearish flow. If we become bullish here, even though only because of the fact that, remember, we spent a lot of time coming down fast. We came back up to wipe out easy sellers here, but it is so easy for them to push it back up to get above these highs and then roll over, and that would look like, in this case, well, now I'm going to change it. Let's just say this is whatever, bro. And then, we really hunt. Now, again, this bullish scenario obviously has options. Doesn't mean we're going to come this high, but, we might even come really higher like this. You know what I'm saying? We might get into here to seal that, but I think if we come this high, we would kind of keep going. But, so we might even go up higher. Again, very tricky. I can highlight on the daily, we have an imbalance there. We don't have any candle. So today's gap down on Sunday, we don't have a body, and we don't have a body right before April 16th. So between Tuesday 15th April and Wednesday the 16th, no body is there either. Plus nobody on April 11th and between April 14th. So that's, if in this second option of being bullish, this would make, get a body closure. I'm not saying all tomorrow. That could take 2 days. I don't know. Again, I don't care. I have to now even step back, because today that my objective was met. I mean, very clear, very fucking clear, right? All right. Am I missing something? I feel like I am missing something. But again, I don't expect this to push back up. I would like to just just fucking come down, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, so from here or higher, we'll see. But now the 4 hour is on an oversold again. So a little weak here. Remember, we never hit that overbought here. And then everything is pretty much on the oversold right now. The weekly even hit the oversold. Do we get a divergence here and buy up or not? The daily, we've been playing on the daily. I haven't seen the daily sit on a oversold. God, I hate when they do that. Double twice there. So that's why I'm mentioning about the possibility of buying. Look at the 1 hour. We came right back from being overbought to oversold here. This is a deeper level on the RSI as well. So, very easily. I'm trying to tell you, very easily. I'm not married to a bias right now or nothing, so I don't really care. But they did their job of coming in. Again, Nas did not hit that gap. No, I'm sorry, neither did S&P. So very easily to buy up. But again, I'm looking. I want to raid these lows. Perfect world. I would like to raid these lows again. All right, and then we come back up to then wipe out all this shit here. So they'll dangle this carrot. Everyone thinks it's still coming into that gap, right? And then we come lower, obviously, and then, we do that shit, right? Or now we come below, and then we come all the way back up. Just go study 2022. I'm not even gonna pull it out. I want to be done. This video is already too long, and yeah, just to show you, fire, man, fire with one contract, bro. One contract. Beautiful, dude. You can't. That's 4,500. I took some losses trying to catch it though. With some of these trades. Again, I took a loss here, and then I took a loss in that second drive candle. No big deal. Small risk, dude. It's no big deal. Great logic here, and you guys take care. God bless.